Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
My question is, so with the baby steps, I feel like I'm in limbo between baby step 2 and baby step 3.
Okay.
I have $6,000 right now in my HYSA, so I feel step 1 is definitely complete. So my financial situation, my wife and I, we closed on a home in June of 2023 out in California.
Okay.
Our mortgage is, expense-wise, we're stocking away $5,200 a month into another HYSA to cover the mortgage, property taxes, and insurance.
Okay, so you moved. Let me just make sure I understand. You moved from California. You hadn't sold the house, so right now you're still paying for the house?
No, I'm moving out to California.
You're moving out to
So,
California. Okay. I think I understand.
So that's the mortgage there. And then I have non-traditional student loans. My parents had a 529 plan for me and my siblings, and they want half of the money back of what they totally spent for my college and university. And then
Okay, hold on.
also
Let me clarify. Make sure I understand that. Are you telling me your parents created a 529, you used the money for education, and they're like, hey, pay us back some of what you used from the 529?
Correct.
That's wild. Okay, how much do they want?
They only want 50% back of what my costs were,
Which is what?
which is $75,000 now.
That's wild.
I've never heard of a parent investing in a 529 and then saying, hey, kiddo, pay me half of it back.
Did you know that on the front side, or is this new information?
No, this was when I was a teenager in high school.
So you knew.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
That's okay. Whatever you guys decided, that's the deal. All right.
That's different.
What else? So you owe your parents $75,000. You've got $6,000 in the HYSA. Why did you say earlier that since you had $6,000 in the HYSA, you had moved from baby step 2 to baby step 3?
No. I moved from baby step 1, and now I feel like I'm in limbo between baby step 2 and baby step 3.
Okay, got it. Well, technically, let me clear that up. You are in baby step 2, because baby step 2 is we pay off all of our consumer debt, anything except our home, if we have a mortgage at that point. So you are in baby step 2, and part of that is taking your savings down to $1,000 and putting the rest at the debt. So in this case, yeah, you'd be dropping that HYSA down to $1,000 and throwing the rest at the debt. Is there any other debt aside from the student loans?
When my wife and I closed on our home, we don't have PMI, so the other 10% came from a loan from her parents.
Okay, and how much was that loan?
That now I believe I think it's $50,000 now.
Ooh, sir. Okay. Man, let me tell you something. I'm going to be flat out. I'm going to be straight up with you. Owing money to like debt and creditors sucks, but it kind of feels worse when you owe it to family members because they have
a different emotion.
It's a different emotion. I want you to get out of debt so quickly. Okay, so you're moving to California. You've got the house. What are you going to be making?
My gross salary last year was $137, and I'm predicting it'll go up. It's not a predictable It's predictable in that the salary will increase, but it's not a predictable number per year.
Mm-hmm.
What about your wife?
She's predictable at around, I think her gross last year was $80,000.
Okay, so you guys are going to be a little bit over 200, like maybe 210?
That sounds about correct with our gross income for last year.
Okay, and so I just want to make sure because your mortgage is $5,200 a month. What's your month?
The mortgage is $4,252 a month.
Okay,
and then we also sock away extra money. Property taxes are now increasing. It's about $8,400 a year now, and then California does its 2% increase from Prop 13.
Yeah.
And then we also sock away extra money for the insurance.
I have
And
a
the
question.
insurance last year was.
I have a question in all of this because I'm trying to track with you on the math as much as I can, but I don't know these direct numbers. What percentage of your take home is your mortgage going to be? Because California is expensive tax wise, and what the number you gave me, the $4,000, that's not including taxes and insurance. So what percentage is it? Have you done that math?
Yeah, I think it's about 50 to 60%.
My guy.
I know it's supposed to be 25%.
Yeah, and you're not even a little bit over. We got to go back to the drawing board. And I want that for you. Like, I don't want you to be in this situation because you're about to be stressed to the T.
I was going to ask, do you feel stress, Mo, when you start thinking through this?
I have, but now I've accepted the terms of it, and I feel relaxed because of the nature of my job. I feel content that my wife is 20 minutes away from her parents, and the nature of my job, I'm gone for 2 weeks at a time. So emotionally, I feel okay because I know she has somebody to rely on while I'm gone.
But you don't have any negative emotion about the lack of margin because of how much you're paying in mortgage.
I used to. I've come to terms with it and accepted it.
I mean, I'm just like percentage wise, I just want to lay this out because I think you understand it conceptually, like on a very like not detailed level, but like actual numbers, putting it in your budget. Because I'm looking at it like this. I'm like, okay, 15% in a little while, 15%, well, not for you, it's going to be a while, but at some point, 15% is going to go to investing. 10% is going to go to giving. You're at 60% on your mortgage. That leaves you 15% to live on. That's not much. And at this point, that would be for paying off debt, which is going to take forever at that rate. So I strongly urge you to consider nothing's done that can't be undone, right? Like, you don't have to stay in this situation. It might be, and I think that it is, you not keeping this house. It's too much house for you. You got to get out of this house. That's what I would do. And then I'd work on paying off the debt that you owe to your family.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks for the call, Mo. Please reconsider.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.